be to my mom.
Okay.
That would be a really bad method because it does
Too many
like
things.
too many things, and it's very unclear of what it actually
Can you
does.
show me the example one more time? Float C equals. Add. So where in the code was the A and B identified that's what
That's that
these
and
would
that.
be? I know. Did you have to name them earlier?
No. I mean, you could say A equals 10 and B is 11.5 and then have A and B there. But you don't have to. You can do that. Okay. So those are methods.
And what's the difference between a method and a function?
The same thing.
Okay.
It's just different languages are calling them different things. There might be a specific difference. Maybe if a method is on a, I don't know.
Okay.
You can Google
Okay.
it. I use them interchangeably. Okay. Then there are something called control statements. Yes,
Yeah.
Liam. Anyway. Control statements. There are a variety of different things.
Okay.
I put the three most
Common
ones here. But there's more.
We've been doing a lot of if and if else.
Yeah. So for example,
Beginning.
if is a control statement. So if something, do this. Okay. This something in here.
If key down.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Right.
Or if my age is. If it's my birthday, send me an email saying congratulations. So if this is a Boolean, comes back to that.
Okay.
If true, do this. If false, don't do this. Okay? And that can be...
So if false, you use if else? No. That's an exception.
No, if it's false, then nothing happens.
Okay.
Right? That's the whole point of the thing.
Okay.
So, for example, if thirsty, give water. That's it.
Okay.
You can say like if something, do this. Otherwise, do something else. That's the if else. So, for example.
If I key down on the left arrow key.
Yeah, go left.
If else.
Else, right key, go right.
Yeah. If else, go down key.
Yeah.
That's what I did yesterday in the shooting hoops.
Yeah, so you can do things like that. Okay. It's very common that you want to do things multiple times. So let's say, for example, in my previous image example, where you have basically a bunch of pixels. Maybe you want to do something for each pixel. Maybe increase make it darker or brighter, or make it greener or something. In those cases, you use a for loop. So they look different in different languages, but generally it's something like for, start value, an increment, and then the end condition.
What did you write there? +4.
No, this is I.
Oh, increment.
Plus.
4. Plus. Okay.
So this would iterate 10 times. So it starts at 0, and plus is a way to increment it with 1, and it would stop when it
gets to 10.
Yeah, it gets to 10. So it would go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And in here you would have access to this I, and you could do things with that.
Okay.
So you just iterate over something.
Okay.
And that's generally used for when you know exactly how many iterations you want to do.
Okay.
So let's say you have a list of 10.
What if
list of 10 grocery items, and you want to do something with each one. You would do this. Sometimes
use milk, for example.
No. Use your grocery cart.
Okay.
if you had your so there's one more thing that we haven't really talked about. It's yes.
Oh, does she need a poo poo, buddy?
She's fine. Okay. So she's fine. So collections of things, like multiple things. You can represent that in a variety of ways. The most simple that is generally used is something called an array. That is basically a bunch of stuff in a list of things. So there's an A in there that turned into D, but whatever. D, and there's a C, and there's an A, and there's a B, and so on. There's variations of this. This can be called a list. It can be called something else. It can be called a vector. It's all sort of variations on the same thing.
Okay.
Then there's other similar things. You can have things that map from one value to another. So map would be something like for example, if you had a bunch of people and you wanted to see if they have said yes to your invite, you could have something like Ali, true, Petter, false, etc. And then there's a bunch of others. There's trees, there's graphs, there's stuff. What they all have in common is that there's a bunch of things that have some sort of relation.
Order or relation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're represented in various ways depending on what you want to do with them. So here, this is a map representation is great. For example, if you quickly want to look up, has Petter said yes? This thing can do it quickly. But it wouldn't be great for like, give me everybody that has said yes. Because you would have to like sort this or go through it or something.
Okay.
So
we're back on the 4 with the groceries.
So for example, if you have an array, which is just a number of
Grocery
things,
cart.
You could say for int equals 0, and then this increment until I is less than the size of the array. That means that you would go through the whole thing.
Okay.
And then you can do stuff on each item of the array. I'm not going to show you exactly how to do that. But
okay.
But those are very common things. Like you want to loop through something, an array of things, and do stuff on each thing.
Okay.
That's super common. Right. If you don't know how many loopity loops you want to do, generally use something called a while statement. So it's very similar to an if, but it keeps doing it until this changes.
Okay.
So for example, if thirsty, give water. You could also have something like while thirsty, give water. Or even more specific, if thirsty, give a glass of water. That you would get a glass of water. Maybe you're still thirsty. So in that case, you would use a while loop. While thirsty, give a glass of water. So then I give you a glass of water. Oh, you're still thirsty. I give you another glass of water. Oh, you're still thirsty. And then eventually, no, you're not thirsty anymore. You're out of it. You're done.
Okay.
Okay?